As part of Hispanic Heritage Month, we are highlighting a man who overcame the violence of a revolution in his youth, poverty when he came to America with his family, and has now turned this good fortune into a chance to help others. Kent Justice joining us now as we focus on this local man pouring his life into helping other people. Kent?
Yeah, Tarek, it's really a cool story. Cuban-born Ed Perez made Jacksonville his home, and he's made helping others his mission in life. It comes from his authentic personal Christian faith, also comes from the challenges that he's overcome.
This right here is my mom and dad. My mom and my dad, and this is our farm. We had 3 farms in Cuba.
From that beginning, which was wonderful, he says, Ed Perez has lived a complicated roller coaster life. In the 50s, his family seemed to have it all. Then came communism and the Castros.
My dad was a businessman. He traveled a lot, and life was good. But when the revolution took place, our life changed.
Perez says the family eventually fled to Miami, escaping bombings, harassment, and seeing death with their own eyes. Ed was just barely into his teens, and they had next to nothing.
The reason I do what I do, I have never forgotten what it felt like. I have never forgotten the pain, the uncertainty, the embarrassment. Or having to depend on other individuals to be able to, I remember as a young boy being concerned that so I'm wearing somebody else's clothes.
That battle with poverty didn't last forever. His family found a way to start new business in the Baltimore area. Ed got a college degree and had a long career with CSX, 42 years finishing as an IT executive. When his corporate America life ended, his international charity work flourished. He started 3 Grains of Rice missions and has the support of people throughout the region and the world. Ed says there are about 21,000 grains of rice in a single bag.
We're not asking you to give everything up. 3 of the grains consistently throughout your life. And if every one of us could do that consistently, we can change. Not only Northeast Florida, we can bring change worldwide.
So the idea is you don't have to drop everything and only do one thing to help. You can consistently do little bits to help, and it adds up.
That's exactly right. So if you look at it over the past 5.5 years, through volunteer work, we have worked with organizations that are within our vertical, which is homelessness, women and children that are in distress.
The mission founded by Ed Perez has earned him recognition. He's also served on more than a dozen nonprofit boards and is past president of the Hispanic Chamber, among other groups. Perez says he's lived the American dream, and he wants to share that dream and his optimism with others.
I have a heart for Cuba. I have a heart and a love for the people. But my country is right here. I love this country. I love what he has done for us. I love what he stands for. I love the freedom that we have. I love the opportunity that exists here. And there's no way in the world that we go anyplace else but to stay right here in the U.S.
Ed Perez says that he's been back to Cuba 5 times, all on missions trips. Just this year, though, 3 Grains of Rice has deployed, as he put it, clothing and shoes to Haiti, Cuba, Colombia, Honduras, and other countries. They also give back locally as well.